So anyhow, I was so excited to see finally someone talking about the trials and tribulations of being in this community, period. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I'm going to do my best to not say, you know what I mean, because I already do know you know. I just want to make sure you're here with me, you know? Anyway, I was happy to see that somebody is talking about the trials and tribulations of being in this community, because I don't see many people talking about having a relationship, being in prison. I mean, like, there are a few, and then the few that do talk about having a relationship in prison, it's always about, oh, you know, we and we and we and we and we and we love it and he loves me and we. I don't really want to hear that. No. I mean, I do, but being in it myself, I'm just like, man, just come through with the come through, because you know it's some more stuff to it. Like, it's not just me, and we. Talk about it. Talk, like, how is your visits when you go up there? How are you treated by the correctional officers? What food do you eat? How long do you stay when you go? Girl, do you get the tongue kiss? Which I be doing, holding hands. Okay, how is the seating? Talk about this stuff. Oh, have you made any friends? How has that been going for you? I mean, I want to know. So, anywho, I know that they may not speak about it, but I do know that some people may go through some things. I know I did, you know, and I'm not the only person out here. Hey, truck. Been a few days. Here we go again. All the backing up and the beeping. I know I'm not the only one. And anything in life that you go through, you can bet your bottom dollar that there is another person out there going through the same thing that you're going through, if not something way worse. Okay? I think that we can all agree to that. Don't be a hater and decide to, like, no, you're wrong. I think we can all agree to that. You know, somebody's always got it worse, or somebody else is going through the same. I really want to know about other people's relationships. I keep saying relationships, because every interaction, all our friendships, everything, whether they be platonic, romantic, just sexual, lustful, whatever you want to call it, they're all relationships, okay? So, I want to know about everybody else's. Yeah, I do. I want to know other people's experiences. For instance, have you ever had an experience where you met this really kind girl and, you know, she like, not introduced herself, but she kind of like, you know, came across and interacted with you as if she was like a big sister or something. You know, she was going to show you the ropes, let you know about the packages, what's allowed, what's not allowed, give you the great referrals to the good van drivers that is, you know, respectful and on time and just driving right and trustworthy. You know what I mean? That's how she came. Oh, she also came across the type to be like, I'll come to your wedding if you need a witness. Yes, I was like, oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy. Yes, thank you. And meanwhile, my husband was just there sitting down watching me talk to her. And he said, I was wondering why, but you know, I'm the type. I gotta learn for myself. He didn't really tell me much, but he told me, like, that's not a good look. But I know he felt like, I'm not even going to like even try and tell her what it is, because I just gotta let my wife find out on her own. She's the big girl. And I would tell him, like, me and so-and-so was hanging out. It was cool. Nothing happened. Yada, yada. I had fun. I'm so happy that she's here to speak to me and yada, yada. I'm telling you, I be pulling the positivity out of any type of situation, because it started off, cool, but not so much, because you have to watch out for those people that want to bring the drama to you. On my very first time of spending some time with her, after we had even both, because our husbands were locked up in the same place. So after our very first time, during our very first time of hanging out, she was like, and can you believe so-and-so was saying about you and your husband that, oh, what is she doing with him? She's too pretty for him. They're going to send somebody to try and holler at you. Can you believe it? Oh, and I guess her and her husband were supposed to be like some people to try and orchestrate it. And I suppose all the times where she attempted to sell my coochie on Backstage, was it? God knows. It's in my phone. I received a random text message for some random guy. Now, you know how I know people be playing around, because I don't talk to no goddamn body. So, whatever. I'm going to just leave it alone. I'm not going to talk about that. I don't want to get into details. So I just, I overlooked it. I didn't say anything. And then there was a time where she, like, I swear, I don't know if this was like, it was like the next week or what. She was on it like a hornet, like really trying to have me out in the street selling my ass. Because then there was like another time shortly, right around the same time, I had gotten a message from her of some black guy in a blue suit with his legs crossed at a desk and stuff. And she said, she texted me after the picture came through, after she had sent that picture, she had sent a text following it saying, call him. Call him. He wants to speak to you. So I went ballistic. I was like, who is he? She said, he's bringing the Chinese. Boy, I tell you, the devil is a liar. I don't know if this was definitely after my wedding. So that text message that I got from her with that guy and everything was definitely after I had gotten married. And speaking of, her, even though I had moved to a different facility with my husband. Well, actually, my husband had moved to a different facility. So now our husbands were no longer in the same facility. She still came to my wedding, right? Which was so nice of her, right? So yeah, you can't tell me this chick ain't my friend. Too bad she showed up drunk. Yes. And the ceremony almost didn't take place. She got kicked out. And I was all there by my lonesome anyway. I mean, I could have just came to my wedding by myself. I really didn't need that drunken ass support. And so, guess who else? So guess who had to be in my wedding instead? Some other inmate that I don't know from a hole in the wall. My husband don't know from a hole in the wall, but and an officer. Come on now. Now, so no wonder after my wedding I had to humble myself, because I was just thinking about everything. I needed to take it all in. I couldn't really, sometimes I don't know how people go through life doing certain things and not reflecting on what it is that they had done earlier or recently, So anyhow, I had to really think. But Even after she had showed up to my wedding drunk and on medication, and what else? That's it. She was just drunk and on medication. I thought she just had cranberry juice and that's it. I didn't know it was cranberry and vodka until she told me. Who drinks cranberry? Well, we're not here to ask questions like that and judge. Just gonna keep it moving. It was 8:30 in the morning. More like 7:30. Damn, girl, if you ain't want to come, you should have just told the nigga, like, look, your man's not locked up with my man anymore. Therefore, I'm going to have to let you go, sis. Okay? Also, my husband don't want me even going to another jail. Like, no. And look, your husband got what he want. You weren't able to go in. And you probably got what you want. Because you know your ass hated me from the very beginning. Now that I look back and think about everything. Oh, girl, check this one out. When she stopped speaking to me, first of all, she was calling me from all different kinds of numbers with like some automated machine that like asks questions, and then you realize she was even calling me from the goddamn van driver's number. Have I said too much? Okay. Look. This is what I really want to say. This is what really, this is not the stem of it, but it's mind-boggling to me, because sometimes in these situations with certain people, especially certain people that don't really care about you either way, so they always looking for something to try and like ridicule you or something to have some beef with you. Like some people just don't know how to love. They just don't know how to be and enjoy your friendship and what you have to offer, and let you enjoy them and whatever goodness they have to offer. I mean, it's not hard. Everybody, we have goodness in us. You know, you just gotta dig deep and let your bullshit go. But anyhow, I'm gonna let you know it wasn't the very first thing, but I suppose one of the very first things. Not sure, because it's always some bullshit when you dealing with this environment. I was at the prison visiting my husband, and this was like, you know, we had to do our ceremony things, and her husband was down in the visiting room too. Well, it's not like he was just there and he had another visitor. She wasn't there because she didn't come to visit that day. It was a weekday, and I'm giving all types of details, right? I need to cut it out. I'm just trying to get to the chase, but I feel like every little detail really matters. Anyhow, so, you know, something's going on with me and my husband where we having an argument or what have you. I'm so pissed. I don't even know if I'm crying. I probably am. God knows. You know, it's not easy. This is not easy. Like, you know, dealing with somebody, other than dealing with that other person, you also got to deal with the correctional officers and da-da-da-da. Like, I have no idea why something with so much good intent is attracting all this, But I do have an idea why, actually. I'll save that for later. I'm going to try and stay focused because there's levels to this shit and I want to address them all. So, you know, I guess he notices that, you know, me and my husband are not having a great time and I'm emotional or what have you. And so he asked if I'm all right? And my head is down because, like, I don't want nobody to see me crying. Hello, let me get my little moment real quick. I'm trying to boss up and be a G. Clearly I can't, you know what I mean? So I can't hold it, and let me just hold my head down real quick and let it come out. So that's what I'm doing. And then, you know, I'm like this, and I hear somebody say, You alright? Now, I don't know if he talking to me or my husband, but I'm just keeping my head down. Shit, my goddamn tears, I got tears in my eyes. Like, why do I want to be looking up? Let everybody see. And so I just keep my head down, and I look a little bit like, all right, because you know, somebody come over and you hear something, kind of like breaks whatever it is that you were doing. So when he said, are you all right, it kind of broke, you know, me being down and stuff like that. So then I changed a little bit my position in my head, and I look up to my husband. He's sitting down, and her husband's standing up. And I'm just like, because I don't know who he talking to. If he talking to me, my husband, what? But honestly speaking, I don't think he should be talking to me. I don't know him like that. I ain't never spoke to this guy. Now, I know I'm friends with your wife, but I'm friends with your wife, honey. I don't play them things. You know what I'm saying? Because where I'm from and how I grew up, you don't be buddy or be friends with somebody's boyfriend. You just don't. I mean, like, in a different type of group of people that grew up in a different area and around different types of folks, it's perfectly normal to say, hey Jake, hi, oh hey Jonathan, oh hi Marissa, you know. But where I grew up, Jake, see, Marissa, you better keep it moving, because when Quantasia finds out, it's going to be a hot problem, a real hot problem. So then I go to the bathroom, and I come out the bathroom, and her husband stops me, hunty. Yes, he does. Okay? And he's like, listen, I only want to talk to you because, you know, I know how much my wife cares about you, you know. Like, she just really thinks the world of you, you know. You like a, you know. So I just want to say, you know, whatever it is that you're going on with your husband, you know, don't worry about it. You know, like, what did he do? What was he playing rough or something, you know? What do you think my response was? First of all, when I found out it wasn't anything important he had to say, I stopped paying attention, and I just looked over at my goddamn husband, and I was shaking my head, because I'm trying to figure out, why are you trying to have a conversation with me all the way over here, when you could have a conversation with me in front of my husband? Like, this don't look too kosher, so I'm not participating, right? This guy took my actions as a means of me being a person that cannot be trusted, because I didn't want to make eye contact with him. Hello, you are my homegirl's husband. What are you doing talking to me anyway? You needs to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And so she told me, the girl told me, and she's like, oh, you know, you don't want me hanging out with you. Because I said, wow, what happened? And she said, because he was trying to talk to you, make sure everything was okay. You wouldn't make eye contact with him. And I was like, okay. And, you know, he just told me, when somebody do that, they can't make eye contact with you, you can't trust them. No. How about when your husband's over off on the slough by the bathroom and whatnot, trying to talk to somebody else's wife, your goddamn friend? You know what I mean? Like, come on, boo. Like, don't do that. You're not about to, like, trip me up. Because you know what I do? I treat people the way I want to be treated. You know, I don't want nobody talking to my goddamn man. Okay? That's how you already know how I am. IKEA Turner is in the building all the way, okay? And if my man played himself and tried to have a conversation with you, honey, I would want you to turn your head and act like you know speaky English, okay? All right? I want you to be like, don't even do that, because you might grab something you're not supposed to. Act like you're deaf mute, just like I did. Do what I did. I treat people how I want to be treated. And I just feel like, if anything, she should have been like, yes, girl, thank you so much for what you did, because my husband know better. But you know, people going to stick together behind closed, you know, whether it be out in person or behind closed doors. Right is right and wrong is wrong, baby. And let me tell you, I didn't even want to tell this to her because I just felt like I know what type of person she is. She's on those types of medication, you know, for different reasons. Me knowing that and considering her mental and her feelings, I'm not about to give her some information and put it in a certain way that will make her mental even worse. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm your friend, girl. I'm your friend. But honestly, her husband had no business coming up to me, asking me any questions about what's going on with me and my husband. First of all, my husband's just feet away, and you could have just asked me when I went back over there. The fact that you want to talk to me in the corner makes it looks like it's something that it's really not. And you know where we are and how people be looking, people be talking. Oh, I saw so-and-so talking to so-and-so's wife for a little while. Hot. No. You're not about to have me all up in that. I don't think so. So I was just like this. And he's asking me, so what's going on? What happened with your husband? I said, oh, so you know, and da-da-da-da-da. I said, but when I get with my husband, yeah, we got, yeah, babe, right? I know, he funny. Yeah, right, boo? All right, it's nice talking to you. He said those, right, boo? And that's that. But when are you trying to pull me over to the side, baby, it's not going to happen. And I did that out of respect for your wife, because that's my friend. Like, why I need to be making eye contact with you? Why? I don't know you. This be bugging me out. So anyway, she got mad. No, she brought that up when we stopped speaking. Like, and my husband told me I shouldn't trust you because, yeah, my husband never liked you anyway. Oh, okay, and my husband never liked you either because you tried to sell my coochie. Like, what was you thinking? Talking about they're going to be at the W. I said, okay, go have fun. What are you telling me for? Let me go see if I can even find these text messages. Yo. A mess. Yeah, I can't find it. But it's in here and I will have to scroll. Nobody wants to know detail about that negativity anyway. Just know when I tell you she was trying to sell my coochie, and I didn't appreciate it at all. Now, most people would have been like, oh, hell to the no. I'm going to stop speaking to her. And I know it kind of like worried my husband. Like, you know what she's doing. If she did that, why you don't just cut her off? You know, I know it kind of made him, you know, he didn't like it at all. But, you know, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to be friends who I want to be friends with. You're not going to be able to be try and be my father. Okay? That's not what we're doing. You're my husband, and that's that. And I thank him so much for supporting me throughout my decision and continuing to be her friend, because I really needed to know by myself. Like, hello. So anyway, I overlooked that, and I try to put it in a way as, you know what, she grew up in a certain type of neighborhood or what have you. She got a certain type of life. She's used to doing that type of stuff. She talks about it all the time. You know, maybe it's nothing to her, and maybe she like just trying to look out for me. You know, that's what like homegirls in her mind do. You know, if you out there, you getting money because you sucking and doing stuff, then, oh, let me put my homegirl on. That's maybe what they, oh, yeah. But she knows I'm not like that, and she knew I wasn't like that. I told her tons of times, no. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes, like, we would talk about it or something. She's like, let me find out you a freak. I said, nope. Nope. People will try you if you don't pay attention. Anyway, that is all I have to say. I am so done.